Hey friends and family, Rebecca and I just got back from Lake Vermilion in northern Minnesota. Just wanted to put props out to Spring Bay Resort and guide service. Incredible place. They run really good spring and fall specials. Check them out. If you're looking for a place to take your family and friends, highly recommended. Steve's probably one of the best, if not the best, guide when it comes to muskies on the lake. Joe, man, the hospitality was wonderful. Gavin was the guy that kind of helped us put the boat in. He's their kind of their dock guy. Super efficient, super friendly. All they want to do is make sure that you're having a really, really good time. The cabins are very clean. They're there to make sure you have a good time. We're definitely going back again next year. So if you're looking for a great place to go, obviously we're in Omaha. It's like 10 hours from here to get there, but it's well worth the drive. You're in the middle of nobody and you're back in the middle of nowhere and up to where it's, Minnesota nice. We saw I can't tell you how many bald eagles, loons. The wildlife was everywhere. Fishing was spectacular. Some things I wanted to talk about is, I wasn't prepared for the fishing. We went up there thinking that walleyes would be in their kind of their fall pattern, 20 feet or less, and that's what we were set up for. It's what I set us up for. They were deep. Most of the fish were being caught in 30 foot of water. It's a very rocky bottom. We couldn't get down deep enough, fast enough to not get hung up. So if you're going up there, in the fall, be better prepared. Next year, we're going to be taking 1.5, 2 ounce bottom bouncers to get down, because you got to run 45 degrees or less. Otherwise, you're getting hung up all the time, and I can't tell you how many times I got hung up. Fish, what type of fish we caught? Holy moly, we caught everything but a muskie. We caught northern pike, we caught smallmouth, largemouth, walleyes, rock bass, crappies, perch, bluegill, you name it, we caught it. We were catching them on minnows, live minnows behind spinning rigs and a bottom bouncer. Rebecca likes crawlers. We never were getting bites on the same thing. She'd get bites on crawlers for a couple hours. I wouldn't get anything on a minnow, and then vice versa. So when you go up there, make sure that you're running all kinds of different baits because they're changing constantly. We thought the fishing was good. A lot of people were complaining about the fishing. For the week we were up there, the wind was never the same 2 days in a row. It came out of every single direction while we were up there. Sunday was 90 degrees.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. 70 degree water, 30, 35 mile an hour winds, huge waves. You got beat up, but there were fish. If you got into the bays and kind of a little bit out of the wind, there were fish there. The rest of the week was pretty cool, but every day was a different direction of the wind. So you didn't have 2-3 days in a row, which you're kind of looking for on wind, where fish really start to bite. They were biting. It's just you had to work a little harder for them, and they were deep. What we did kind of find out, though, is anything that was a natural pattern seemed to work. I was catching bass, be it largemouth and smallmouth, on a craw, this 2.5-inch craw that from Ravishing Randy's Radical Baits. I was hitting the rocks, 1-2 feet from shore, and just banging the bottom. They were catching fish. Worked out really good. I tried using some fire tiger type of colors, the bright colors, because it's a kind of a darker red water. I figured that would work real well. Man, we didn't catch one fish, one nibble, one nothing on anything
on
that was...
On the little perch we did.
Yeah, on the little bitty perch. Again, that's a natural pattern. We're running a little natural pattern there on a perch. We were catching crappies, we were catching smallmouth. But anything that looked natural, that was what worked. On little, perch. Natural pattern, it worked. Something like a creek chub up there, natural pattern, it worked. Started running the fire tiger and the bright colors and all the cool ones that I thought would work and I was hoping work. They didn't work. Natural pattern seemed to work up there. I caught some fish on some little creatures, just catching the bottom. I even had fish. These fish love these so much that they would hang on to the claw here. Didn't hook them, but I got them into the boat holding on to this. They did not want to let go. I even caught some perch that were actually smaller than this bait. I mean, so they're pretty aggressive fish up there when they're hungry. Another one that did pretty well.
So you got your northern on.
Yeah, what I got my northern first cast, and I got a lot of hits on these too. Is just a little rubber shad. I guess you'd call him a shad. I don't know, but kind of a purpley blue. It seems like the blues, the purples, the whites did really well up there. Again, it's kind of a red water. We're up in iron country. There's a lot of iron ore up there, so the water's kind of a red color. This did incredibly well. Anytime we threw something that had a blue back on it or a black back with a little bit of blue, really seemed to do well. So yeah, go for natural colors, the blues, the crawdads they love. We had a great time. Some of the equipment that we were using, I know Rebecca did some research and she ended up getting one of these Johnny Morris carbon light setups. It's a carbon light 2 on the rod.
That thing rocks.
I tell you what, she's never casted one of these in her life. Within about 15 minutes, she had that down. She was casting a country mile. In fact, we lost a couple in rocks because she got them right by the shore. And of course, we rented a boat, so I was too afraid to get close and get my lure back. Lures are cheaper than boats. Thing casted a country mile. It is super sensitive. It is super light. You get it at Bass Pro. It's a carbon light. It's a 2.0. The reel, you can get this all for in one setup if you wanted to. This one, she's running a medium with a fast action. It's a 7-foot rod, one piece, and then she's running their spinning reel. I was really amazed on. I used it a little bit too. I was amazed on how sensitive it was. It did cast a country mile. My only complaint, and again, that's why they make so many rods and reels, is I thought it was a little front heavy. If I were to buy one, which if I buy another rod and reel, it'd probably be one of these, I'd probably add a little bit more weight back here to make it a little bit more balanced for my liking. But I'll tell you what, awesome setup for the money. So if you're looking for yourself for a good rod and reel, way to go. What I ended up getting is I went over to Cabela's and got me their Prodigy Walleye series. It was one of Field & Stream's top picks for a walleye rod. I can see it's very well balanced. Their reel, Cabela's reel, is made by or engineered by Daiwa. I'm a Daiwa fan. It's got a cork. It's got rubberized on the handle. It's balanced really well for me. I liked it. This is a 6'10", medium, fast, extra fast action. Really liked it. If you're looking for, again, a nice setup, there you go. We were also running bottom bouncers. This is really a slick rod. It's a walleye angler from Bass Pro. It's one of their signature series. It's a trolling rod. As you can see, it compacts down to actually about 7'6", goes out to 8'6". So really long. It works really good for bottom bouncers. Running a Cabela's spin cast reel. Nice and light, holds a lot of line. It's just pretty sensitive too for being 8'6".
You're a big rod.
Yeah, for a long big rod. I mean, you put an ounce and a half out there, you could really feel the bottom if you were. I mean, it was really impressive. A lot of backbone. I mean, you caught some nice, 14-inch smallmouth. I mean, it looked like you had a huge fish on there, but I tell you what, it got them in just fine. You know, you don't have to set the hook. But I like the fact that you can put it in your car because you can make it, smaller. So if you're looking for a nice trolling rod, I'll tell you what, that's the way to go. Do you have anything else to add? I mean, it was a good time up there. Natural patterns. They got lots of fish. We were told if we came up like the first or second week of June, you're going to catch 100 smallies a day on the rocks. That's when they're laying their eggs and they're protecting their nests. So if you're looking for a smallmouth lake, holy moly, they got a bunch of them. Muskies.
Hey Darius, that's where you need to go in June. You got that?
There you go, Darius. Dr. Cole.
June, go to Spring Bay.
Yep.
Okay.
Muskies. They were in a muskie tournament while we were up there. The owner of the resort, they were actually in first place and got beat out by an extra fish. They caught a 54 3/4 inch fish while in the tournament. I think they boated maybe 4 fish. But they had one boat that actually filmed 70 follows. Imagine that, 70 big muskies following your bait in one day. I can't even imagine the adrenaline rush that had to be. We saw lots of muskie fishermen. We saw them having follows and lots of colorful expletives because the fish wouldn't. Yeah, because the fish wouldn't commit. But if you're looking for a musky lake with big fish, they're there. I would not suggest swimming in that lake. I would be afraid to swim in that lake. Those fish are so big. Hey, thanks for watching us. You know, we're doing this so that we know what we're going to use next year. And, you know, we didn't find a lot of information on the internet on Lake Vermilion, what to use, where to go. Hopefully we can help out some other people that are looking to go up there and have a great time. We had a great time.
Also, the shopping in the area is kind of fun too. Ladies, if you go up there for the week and you don't want to fish every day, there's a lot of little towns around, cute little shops that you can help the local businesses up there by, you know, supporting them by buying a few souvenirs and stuff like that. We had a great time. We only spent like 3/4 of a day out shopping. So, and the grocery stores and the liquor stores were amazing, very good prices. So if you don't take up a lot of stuff with you, don't worry about it. I mean, there's lots of places up there that you can get what you need, so you don't have to pack so much. So just a little bit of other information for the ladies out there that don't want to spend every day in the water. But, you know, just go up there and give it a chance. Look around, not just Spring Bay, but there's a lot of other resorts up there. So, you know, take a look around and see what might fit your fancy and go up there and have a good time.
It's a beautiful place. I think next year we're going to rent a pontoon for a day. We went down what they call the Narrows or Oak Narrows. Absolutely incredible scenery. There's animals, there's wildlife, there's birds everywhere. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. You feel like you're in Canada without having to pay the Canada price. You can catch more fish than you're allowed in Canada. Yeah, it's just definitely a great place to go. So check them out. And if you have any, hey, say, and thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Thanks.